Greetings and welcome inside the cage. This is David Hill, your play-by-play man here on Hill Sports 725 once again, and we've got a treat for you tonight. It's senior night here at Southridge High School, where the visiting Century Jaguars are coming into the cage to play against your Southridge Skyhawks. It's going to be a great game here tonight. There are a lot of playoff implications here. This is the final game of the regular season as we say goodbye to several of the Skyhawks seniors. Before we get into that, playoff implications. Last game of the regular season. Here's what's going on, and here's where things stack up at the moment. Southridge has clinched the top four in the Metro. They're currently sitting in third. Winning this game tonight secures the third position. If they lose and Jesuit beats Glencoe tonight, then Jesuit leapfrogs them into the third position and Southridge becomes the fourth in the Metro League. That becomes very important when it comes to the 32-team qualifier. Here's how things work. There are 4 teams from each league in OSAA that will qualify automatically for the 32 teams. After that, top four ranked teams after that by the OSAA will then make it into the top 28, which all go to those 32 spots. The final 4 spots are all planned between 8 of the next top teams within the OSAA. Right now, Century sits in one of those spots. So this is what it looks like. Century is the most dangerous team in the Metro League here tonight, and they're playing the Skyhawks. Right now, the Century Jaguars sit at 7 and 8 in the Metro League and 10 and 12 in regulation play. They are 5th in the Metro. They have been a team that's been kind of up and down. They are senior heavy, but they haven't really found their groove. They're coming off 3 straight losses here, 2 against Beaverton, 1 against Jesuit. They haven't won since February 10th when they beat Sunset 51-46, and they absolutely need this win tonight. Currently, they are sitting at ranked 29 in the OSAA polls, and that would put them currently in those final 8 spots. They've got 4 teams ahead of them. A win tonight would greatly increase their chances to move into the top 28 spots in order to secure themselves for those final 32 and not have to worry about a play-in game. If the JV game was any indication from just a little bit ago, look for Century to not bring in the full court press, but to rather slow things down on defense. They're going to play a very tight 2-3. On offense, they're going to run a lot of motion, and so they're going to try to confuse this Skyhawk defense, though this defense for the Skyhawks has been superb as of late, barring a couple of these losses. Talking about the Skyhawks, currently they sit at number 17. They've already clinched a spot in the top 32. They already know that they're going. However, a win here tonight could see them vaulting up a couple of spots and get a better seeding. Right now, the top 16 get home games for the first night of the playoffs, which are next Tuesday, February 28th. So a win would greatly increase those chances. A loss would more than likely drop them to right around 19 or 20, which means they're not playing at home at all, and they have to win 3 games to get to the Child Center at the second week of March. So it's going to be really important to win this game. So it's the Skyhawks versus the Jaguars here in the cage on Hill Sports 725. We're going to take a break, and when we come back, we're going to go over some keys of the game here this evening. This is David Hill on Hill Sports 725 on YouTube. Hey everyone, this is David Hill, and I just want to thank you for listening to this live stream play-by-play of the game this evening. If you could be so kind, I'd love it if you'd simply click like and feel free to subscribe to Hill Sports 725 as we try to add more games to the channel. Comment below with what you liked or didn't. Feel free to email me at hillsport725@gmail.com. Thanks again, and play on. You're listening to live play-by-play of your Southridge Skyhawk basketball here on YouTube at Hill Sports 725. And we're back inside Beaverton, Oregon, here inside the cage of Southridge High School, where your Skyhawks are getting ready to take on the Century Jaguars of Hillsboro, Oregon. Here are tonight's keys of the game. First off, the Skyhawks need to get to a quick start. They've had some trouble with that lately, culminating in their loss last Friday night against Beaverton. If you remember, the Beavers started the game with 10 consecutive points, forcing the Skyhawks to call an early timeout and a deficit which they could not overcome the rest of the way. There were times in that game where the Skyhawks got as close as 3 or 4, but they couldn't get over that hump and ended up losing by 7. So it's going to be very important tonight that they start off strong and get an early lead. They've had some problems with that, but if they can do it tonight, they're going to have a good chance. Second of all, they need to have less than 17 fouls at the end of the first half. What do I mean by that? This is a team that's also struggled with foul trouble, especially against that Beaverton team here on Friday night. They need to make sure that they are playing their game. They're playing tough. They're playing that full court press, that 1-3-1, that 2-3 defense. They're playing tight, but they're not getting the fouls called. They've got to watch out for those. If they can have players not in foul trouble going into the second half, they're going to have a lot more leeway as far as what they can do and the direction that they can go strategy-wise. They start getting 7, 8, 9, 10 fouls, all of a sudden you're looking at foul trouble for a couple of your players, at least 2 fouls for 2 or 3 of them, possibly 3 fouls for somebody. It's going to be vital that they do not foul in the first half. Lastly, they're going to need to spread the Century defense. Watching the JV game, Century's going to run a very tough 2-3 defense. They were all over the place. They were guarding the ball very well. They were not allowing a whole lot of cuts going into the inside, into the paint. And so if the varsity plays kind of like that, expect to see some very, very tough inside game. It's going to be very hard for Robert Hester and Philip Fullerton to get some looks down low unless the Skyhawks can spread out that defense, hit some 15-footers, hit some 3-pointers, stretch them out a little bit, maybe force them to go to a man-to-man defense, and then they'll have an excellent opportunity in order to win this game here tonight. If they can do these 3 things, I expect Southridge should win this game. When we compare what happened in the last meeting on January 20th, they beat Century at their place 54-41. I expect much of the same here tonight. I'm going to pick the Skyhawks to win it 60-49 here tonight inside the cage. We're going to go ahead and take another break at this time, and when we come back, as the Skyhawks are honoring their seniors, we'll go ahead and talk about the seniors for a moment, as well as go over the starting lineups for tonight's contest. This is Hill Sports 725 on YouTube. It is Southridge Skyhawks versus the Century Jaguars.
Who do I play for? I play high school basketball for every baller who ever played a pickup game on a driveway, playground, or alley. Because we all share the same dream. I play for buzzer beaters, big-time boards, and burying rainmakers. I play high school basketball for the chance to put my hometown in Oregon on the map by playing in a state championship.
Only 0.5% of all high school student athletes play basketball in college. But all 100% of them become adults. That's why playing basketball on their high school team is so important. High school athletes learn life lessons that help them grow up. Lessons that can't be taught in the classroom and often aren't taught at home.
I play high school basketball because I love performing in front of a capacity crowd in my hometown gym.
This message presented by the Oregon School Activities Association and the Oregon Athletic Directors Association.
And we're back here inside the cage of Southridge High School as the Skyhawk PA announcer is going through the list of the seniors here tonight. There are 5 of them here. They're each going to be starting here tonight. Now, I've only been doing this since January of this year, as far as calling the play-by-play here for the Skyhawks basketball team, so I haven't gotten a chance to really know the players very well, but here are your 5 starters and seniors for the Skyhawks. First, it's going to be number 3, Luke Hustler, the 5'10" senior. We've got number 12, Jackson Logan, the 6' senior. Number 23, Tyler Galvin. He's been a mainstay in the starting lineup. He's played very well. He's been kind of a spark for this team as far as on the court play. We've got the 6'8" senior Robert Hester, number 32, another big-time spark down low with the rebounds, with the inside, with the points in the paint. He's done a great job down low here this season. And then there is number 33, Ryan Lambert, the 6'5" senior, another one who's been kind of a mainstay here in the starting lineup. Has played very well all season long. We haven't seen a whole lot of Luke Hustler this year. Let's go over some stats for each of these seniors so that we see what to expect here. I don't know how many minutes these guys are expecting to play. I know that once again, Tyler Galvin, Jackson Logan, Robert Hester, and Ryan Lambert have all been mainstays as far as on-court play and have been on the court throughout the season. Luke Hustler not so much. As of about 2 weeks ago, according to these stats, Luke Hustler's only played in 5 games for a total of about almost 16 minutes. So he hasn't had a whole lot of looks out there. He's taken a couple of shots. He's 1 for 2 from the field. The only shot he's missed was a three-pointer. He's 1 for 1 from the free throw line and has scored 3 points all season. What I understand, he was injured earlier in the season and came back here in the second half of the season. And what I've noticed is that every time he gets ready to come onto the court, the Southridge fans go bananas. I don't know what that is. I'm going to have to ask somebody about that. But they go crazy when he is on the court. So there's got to be something behind that. I'd love to find out what that is. If you happen to know, please feel free to email me at hillsport755 and let me know what's going on there. Jackson Logan, he's played in 20 games this season. He shoots 22% from the field, 22% from the three-point line, and 72.7% from the free throws. Tyler Galvin, he started all 21 games played up to the point of the stats. 55% shooter and a 32.5% shooter from the three-point arc. Ryan Lambert played in every game. Started 10 of them. Shoots just under 53% from the field. He's not much of a three-point shooter, but he's more of a post player. Robert Hester played in all 21 games, up to the points of the stats here. Shoots 68%. He's down low most of the time. He has gotten several rebounds. On the season, he has 162 total rebounds and averages 7.7 rebounds per game. As far as starters for the Century Jaguars, we've got number 3, Trey Mubarak, number 12, Kyle Shimenti, 22, Joseph Keller, number 24, Derek Jackson, number 35, Riley Suko, and Century is coached by Scott Keller. We're going to go ahead and take another break, and when we come back, we're going to have tip-off here at Hill Sports 725 on YouTube.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, if you please.
Who do I play for? I play high school basketball for every baller who ever played a pickup game on a driveway, playground, or alley. Because we all share the same dream. I play for buzzer beaters, big-time boards, and burying rainmakers. I play high school basketball for the chance to put my hometown in Oregon on the map by playing in a state championship.
Only 0.5% of all high school student athletes play basketball in college. But all 100% of them become adults. That's why playing basketball on their high school team is so important. High school athletes learn life lessons that help them grow up. Lessons that can't be taught in the classroom and often aren't taught at home.
I play high school basketball because I love performing in front of a capacity crowd in my hometown gym.
This message presented by the Oregon School Activities Association and the Oregon Athletic Directors Association.
Hey everyone, this is David Hill, and I just want to thank you for listening to this live stream play-by-play of the game this evening. If you could be so kind, I'd love it if you'd simply click like and feel free to subscribe to Hill Sports 725 as we try to add more games to the channel. Comment below with what you liked or didn't. Feel free to email me at hillsport725@gmail.com. Thanks again and play on. You're listening to live play-by-play of your Southridge Skyhawks basketball here on YouTube at Hill Sports 725. And we're back here inside the cage at Southridge High School as we started on for getting announced over the PA system at this point. So, what we're looking at here are two teams that need to win this game. And that should make for a very good, at least a good start. Century, like I mentioned earlier, has been a team that's been kind of up and down here. They've been right in the middle of the pack there for the Metro League, winning seven of their 15 games, sitting in 5th place, ranked 10th in the USA. It's going to be interesting to see how they adjust to the crowd here inside the cage, as this crowd has been known to get loud. And how they're going to adjust to this defense of Southridge Skyhawks. That's the defense that's been giving fits to everybody that's played them. They haven't won any games. However, that 1-3-1 defense, their full court press, has caused a lot of problems for these top 10 teams, giving them a win against Ableton, nearly beating Jesuit both times. This is a team that if they grin and bear it, they bear down for it. This is a team that could go into the playoffs if they believe in themselves. They play a tight defense that I've seen them play against this team. So we know both teams come out hard. So as we get ready for the tip-off here, once again, Skyhawks are coached by Phil Vessel. This is a team that averaged 65 points per game. They average 60 points per game. They average 65 points per game in wins. So, better which team's going to fill up here for the Skyhawks. Both teams need it. It's going to be Hester versus Chimenti for the tip here as we get ready to go in this first quarter. We've got the normal 3-man crew officiating tonight's game. And there's the tip that's underway, and Century's going to end up winning the tip here to start off the game. Ball's going to be controlled by Derek Jackson, a 6-foot senior. Southridge is going to start off in a 2-3 defense here to begin this game. Ball's getting passed around between Jackson as well as Mubarak. Jackson tries to drive inside, nothing there. He still has the ball just inside the three-point arc. He finally passes out to Joseph Keller. Jackson takes a 15-footer, and that one's no good. Controlled by Ryan Lambert. Ball gets passed inside to Hester. Controls it down the low block. He makes a move. Thinks about it. Finally goes up and loses it and tries to save it out of bounds, and it's going to be out on Riley Suko, and Southridge is going to control the ball on the inbounds. Skyhawks setting up in the box as Tyler Galvin passes it out to Robert Hester, who's deep, and gets it over to Luke Hustler, controlling the point. It's swung around to Jackson Logan. Near side drives towards the middle, but nothing there. Finally gets it back out to Hustler. Hustler, near side, guarded by Keller. Finally gets it over to Hester, top of the key. Back over to Hustler, looking inside to Lambert. Finally goes. Lambert makes a move, down low, goes up, hook shot, and it's good. First basket of the game, 2-0 Southridge, and we're just over a minute into it. Ball controlled by Century here. It looks like the Killer has it. Finally passes it out to Chimenti. Ends up over in the hands of Jackson on the far side. Double team. Ball gets stripped by Hester and it goes out of bounds. Century ball. Mubarak is going to be the one inbounding it for Century. Passes out to Chimenti. Chimenti tries to drive inside. Picks up his dribble. Back out to Mubarak. Mubarak over to Jackson. On top of the key. Makes a move. Inside. And back out to Mubarak. Mubarak guarded by Hustler. Passes it over to Keller. Keller tried to drive around the arc. Finally gets stopped and picks up his dribble. Jackson now with it. Back over to Keller. Guarded by Hustler. Pass basketball over to Mubarak for three. That one's no good. Rebound, Hustler, and foul. Oh, travel. Hustler was controlling as he was going down. It looked like he had gotten fouled on the rebound. Instead, they're going to call the travel. It's going to be Century ball. 6:08 left in the first quarter. 2-0. Southridge leads it. Century setting up in the stacked offense here, coming out of the inbounds. Ball's inbounded to Shimeni. Looks around, gets it over to Keller. Keller takes it over to long three. No good. Ball is controlled by Hester after a moment. Hustler gets it over to Jackson Logan on the near side. Hester swings it over to back over to Hustler. Goes off the screen. Tries to drive inside. Nothing there. Pass it over to Lambert. Inside to Hester, who's wide open, goes up. No fouls called. Gets his own rebound and finally dribbles it out over to Tyler Galvin. Back inside to Hester. Down the block. Passes inside to a streaking Galvin, who goes up and misses a shot and gets his own rebound while out of bounds as the ball was loose. So that is going to be Century ball. Century's going from my left to right, wearing their black and teal uniforms. Southridge in their customary white and black uniforms, going from my right to left. Mubarak controls it on the front court. Finally gets it over to Jackson on the near side corner. Double team and he loses the ball. The ball is finally controlled by Jackson as three of the players all touched it. And the ball gets passed out to Shimeni. Over to Keller. Tries to drive around. Picks up his dribble. Back over to Jackson. Top of the key. Ends up in Keller's hands on the near side. Shoots the three. No good. Rebound Jackson. Jackson goes up and that one is good. 2-2. With just under 5 minutes left in the first quarter. Tyler Galvin controls it. Gets it over to Ryan Lambert. Swings over to Hustler. Tries to drive inside off the screen. Gets over to Jackson Logan. Takes a long three-pointer. Looks like it's just short. It is short, and Lambert saves it. Gets it out to Galvin. He's on the near side wing. Swings out to Hester. He's telling Hester to go inside. Back over to Jackson Logan. Logan looking around. Finally gets it over to Tyler Galvin. Galvin, guarded by Mubarak. He's on deep, coming near the center court. Finally gets over to Hester and swung to Hustler. Looking around. Finally gets it into Hester on the low block. Hester, guarded by Shimeni. Dribbles inside, can't power his way through, so he's going to bring it back out. Tyler Galvin with it. He tries to drive 15-footer from the far side. That one's good. 4-2. Southridge leads it with 4 minutes left in the first quarter. And Century has the ball. Mubarak tries to drive inside the spin and loses control of it. And it's going to be Southridge ball. And Zach Galvin is going to be coming in for Luke Hustler. And it looks like that Brock Henry is now making an appearance as well for the Skyhawks. Zach Galvin controlling the point, guarded by Mubarak. Gets it over to Ryan Lambert at the top of the key. Looking inside, gets it over to Henry on the streak. Goes up and the ball is blocked. Blocked by Keller, who takes it up. He controls it. Gets double teamed. Looking around, finally gets it over to Jackson. Jackson trying to drive inside, gets a screen by Mubarak, and finally passes it back out to him near the half-court circle. Southridge still in that 2-3 defense. Mubarak drives in the middle, gets it over to Shimeni, looks inside, goes over to Keller. Back over to Mubarak, head fake, one step inside, 20-footer, and that one's good from the high post. All tied up at 4 with 3:10 left in the first. Henry brings it down low. Ends up passing out to Jackson Logan, who goes inside to Ryan Lambert. Ryan Lambert with another hook shot with his left hand. That one's no good. Controlled by Century, but the ball's stolen. They try to go across half court by Zach Galvin, who gets it over to Jackson Logan. Inside, trying to get over to Hester, but this ball is stolen by Shimeni. Shimeni on a 2-on-1, passes it over to Keller, and Keller lays it in. Century's first lead of the night, 6-4. Henry with the ball, guarded by Jackson. Far side, gets it inside to Henry. Henry makes a move into the paint. Goes up with it, and that one is good. His first basket of the night. All tied up at 6. Mubarak trying to get around here on the front court. Ball ends up in Shimeni's hand for a deep three. No good, controlled by Brock, who ends up losing it to Mubarak. Passes up to Jackson for a 15-footer. That one's good. And Phil Best is going to call a timeout here with 2:09 left in the first first quarter as Century has the early lead, 8-6, and we're going to take a break here on Hill Sports 725 on YouTube. Hey everyone, this is David Hill, and I just want to thank you for listening to this live stream play-by-play of the game this evening. If you could be so kind, I'd love it if you'd simply click like and feel free to subscribe to Hill Sports 725 as we try to add more games to the channel. Comment below with what you liked or didn't. Feel free to email me at hillsport725@gmail.com. Thanks again, and play on. And we're back here inside the cage of Southridge High School, where your Skyhawks find themselves down by 2 with 2:09 left in the first quarter. Philip Fullerton's making his first appearance for the game for the Skyhawks, as well as Bradley Bickler. And Tyler Galvin's back in. Zach Galvin gets it over to brother Tyler, who tries it inside, looking for a lane to go, and he's going to get called for the travel as he picks up his dribble and tries to go inside. Century ball with exactly 2 minutes left in the first quarter. 8-6 Jaguar lead. Barr controls it, comes across the front court, gets it over to Shimeni. Over by the half-court circle. Back over to Jackson on the near side wing, tries to drive it towards the middle. Back over to Shimeni. And he gets tripped up by Bickler, and the foul's going to be called on Bradley Bickler. That's going to be his first of the night, first team foul of the night as well.
Falcons foul 40, Brad Bickler is first.
1:41 left in the first quarter. Jaguars lead at 8-6. Inbound over to ends up going over to Shimeni. Shimeni gets it back over to Keller. Keller misses the shot. Actually, it was an inbound to Keller. I completely blanked on that. The ball's controlled by Southridge. Tyler Galvin gets it over to Philip Fullerton on the top of the key, and finally swings it over to Zach Galvin. Gets it over to Brock Henry to the far side corner. Zach Galvin down the far side corner takes a 3, and that one's no good. Long rebound back over to Zach Galvin, gets it inside to Bradley Bickler. Bickler goes up for it, and it's good. All tied up at 8 with 65 seconds left in the first quarter. Keller has it, tries to go inside with it, it's stolen by Fullerton, and the ball ends up in Tyler Galvin's hands. Southridge has the lead back, 10-8, 50 seconds left in the first quarter. Barr got it close by Zach Galvin. Almost could have got help for a shoulder on that one. The ball ends up inside over to Keller, and Keller misses the layup, but he's going to get fouled. Foul's going to go to Brock Henry, his first, second team foul.
Goes Keller to lunch.
And Keller takes his first shot, and that one is good. Second shot is up for Keller. That one is a little bit long, doesn't get the bounce. Controlled by Bickler. 40 seconds left. Southridge up by 1. Zach Galvin ends up getting over to Bradley Bickler near the half-court line. Ends up in Brock Henry's hands. Far side wing. Started by Keller. Looking inside. Picks up his dribble. Bickler finally gets over to Fullerton, who's wide open and lays it in off the glass. 12-9 Southridge. 23 seconds left in the first. Jackson controls it for Century. Back over to Mubarak. Driving around. Gets stolen by Zach Galvin. He's on a one-on-one with Jackson. He goes out for the layup, and he's going to get called for the charge. Looked like he turned a little bit on that, but Zach Galvin's going to get called for the charge as he was going up for the layup. Century's going to make their first substitution. Brendan Howell, number 20, has come into the game for the first time tonight. Shimeni has the ball with final 10 seconds to tick off as he brings it across the half-court line. Gets it over to Mubarak. Double team. Southridge in the 1-3-1 defense. Jackson now has it. Almost loses it, but time runs out. That's the end of the first quarter with your Skyhawks leading it by 3, 12-9 here inside the cage. And we're going to take a break here on Hill Sports 725 on YouTube.
Who do I play for? I play high school basketball for every baller who ever played a pickup game on a driveway, playground, or alley. Because we all share the same dream. I play for buzzer beaters, big-time boards, and burying rainmakers. I play high school basketball for the chance to put my hometown in Oregon on the map by playing in a state championship.
Only 0.5% of all high school student athletes play basketball in college, but all 100% of them become adults. That's why playing basketball on their high school team is so important. High school athletes learn life lessons that help them grow up. Lessons that can't be taught in the classroom and often aren't taught at home.
I play high school basketball because I love performing in front of a capacity crowd in my hometown gym.
This message presented by the Oregon School Activities Association and the Oregon Athletic Directors Association.
And we're back here inside the cage at the start of the second quarter. Southridge leads at 12-9. It's going to be Southridge 12 once again going from my right to left as Connor Fajardo's making his first appearance of the game. Fajardo over to Bickler at the top of the key. Looking inside, trying to go somewhere. Still has his dribble. Back over to Fajardo. He drives inside. Nothing there. Looking for Fullerton, but nothing doing. Bickler ends up with it. Goes inside. Ball gets swung over to Tyler Galvin. Top of the key again. Zach Galvin, far side wing. Guarded by Jackson. Gets it over to Fullerton. Almost stolen by Mubarak. And then gets it over to Fajardo. Fajardo drives down the baseline. Back over to Zach Galvin for three. Got it! Century has the ball down 15-9. Mubarak has it. Passes over to Jackson. The near side wing. Double team. Gets it over to number 4 for Century. He's making his first appearance. That's Fahad Haidar. Southridge ends up controlling it. And then Zach Galvin ends up throwing it away. And Jackson for Century controls it. And he gets it stripped by Zach Galvin, but controls it again. He goes up for the layup, and that was no good. Goaltending. It's got to be a goaltending. As Shemeni was going up. Trying to get the rebound on the dunk. He's going to get called for the goaltend.
Number 30, for the Jaguars.
And another substitution for Century, as Oscar Quintero is now in the game, as well as Brennan Houston in there as well. There's going to be Southridge ball. Fajardo can be bringing it across court. Fajardo, guarded by Howe. Gets it over the top for Keegan Fullerton. Looking inside, gets it to Bickler. Down below post. Almost loses it, but controls it. Zach Galvin. Fullerton top of the key again. Swinging around to Fajardo. Goes around the screen set by Fullerton. Tries to go inside. Looking for a lane. Over to Bickler. Bickler drives in. Inside. With the layup. And that was good. 17-9 Southridge. 6:24 left in the first half. Quintero controls it. Ends up getting over to Howe. Crosses the half-court line. Back over to Quintero. Passes across court, over to number 12, Kyle Shemeni. Shemeni back over to Quintero, gets it over to Suko. Suko making his first appearance as well. Leases the ball and it's controlled by Fullerton. Fajardo with it, gets it over to Zach Galvin, who shoots a three, and just short. Rebound controlled by Howell of Century. Quintero now has it across the front court, guarded by Tyler Galvin, almost loses it, but recovers. Gets it back over to Shemeni. Over to Haidar. Haidar tries to go inside, no good. Gets his own rebound. Passes it out, almost loses it, and goes to Quintero. Ends up over in the hands of Suko. Suko back outside and goes inside, down low to Haidar, who misses that shot but is going to get fouled. And foul's going to be on Bickler, his second.
40, Bradley Bickler, his second.
That's number 4 for Southridge here in the first half. Quintero's first shot is up. Looking long, but it goes in. So Hester and Henry are back in the game for Southridge. Bickler and Zach Galvin coming out. Tyler's going to come back into the game for Haidar. If it goes in, it doesn't. Ball's controlled by Hester. Tyler got with it. Near side wing. Gets it out to Hester. Guarded by Haidar. Back over to Tyler Galvin. Tries to drive around. Looking for a lane inside. Makes a move. Over to Fullerton down low, but can't control the pass. Ball ends up in Century's hands in house. He's going to go 1-on-3. Passes it down low to Haidar, who loses it and goes back up, and it's not going to, looks like it's going to be blocked. But Hester's going to get called for the foul. That'll be his first 15 foul.
Southridge foul here, Rob Hester, his first.
Southridge has 5 fouls here in the first half, up 17 to 10, 5:08 left in the half, and Hyder shooting 2 more free throws. 2, excuse me. And the first time around hits his first one on the second go around. 17-11, Southridge leads it. Hyder with the second shot, it's up, and that one is good. And Keller's going to be coming in for Hyder.
22 Justin Keller for the game.
17-12, 5:05 left in the half. Fajardo gets over to Tyler Galvin on the near side of the wing, centering that 2-3 defense. Brock Henry down low to Fullerton. Makes a move on Shimeni. Goes up, and he's going to get fouled. And that foul's going to be on Kyle Shimeni. That'll be his first. And
Century foul. His first.
First foul of the game for Century. Philip Fullerton, somebody that you don't necessarily want to put on the line. He's great from that free throw line and consistent all season. He makes the first one. Ryan Lambert's going to be coming in for Fullerton if he makes the second one. Second shot is up, and that one is good as well. Fullerton is money when it comes to free throws. I don't mind if he shoots from there. Southridge is even bringing the full court press here as Century tries to inbounds it. Well controlled by Quintero. He tries to pass out of it, and Henry almost steals it. It ends up going out of bounds. Century controls the ball. 4:51 left in the first half. 19-12. Southridge leads it. Suko inbounds it. Allen's up with it, back over to Suko. Suko tries to drive on. Inside to Shimeni. Shimeni makes a move and lays it up for him. His first basket of the night. Tyler Galvin with it on the far side. He gets double teamed. Cross-court pass stolen by Howe. And as Fajardo was trying to get inside and get the ball again, he's going to end up fouling. That's going to be number 6. That's going to be number 6 of Southridge. Any more fouls this half, it's going to be 1-1. They needed to stay out of foul trouble. They've already got Dickler with 2 and 4 others with 1. Keller's going to inbound it to Quintero. Back over to Keller, back and forth. Quintero now has it, guarded by Henry. Back over to Howe. Near side wing, over to Quintero, far side. Pass over to Suko, shoots a 3, no good. Howe gets the rebound, that one's no good. It's pulled by Quintero, but a foul's going to be called, as it looks like Quintero was pushing off to get that rebound. Southridge controls the ball with 4:15 left in the half, up 19-14. Jackson Logan back in the game for Southridge. Gets it over to Henry on the near side wing. Looking inside to Hester. Gets it down to him. Ryan Lambert. Fajardo wide open. Doesn't take it. Jackson Logan will though. And around and out. No good. Controlled by Suko. Ball cuts out to Keller. He gets double teamed. Back over to Suko on the far side. Turn right inside. Runs right into Jackson Logan. He couldn't set his feet in time. And that's going to be a block on Logan. That's going to be 1-1 for the Jaguars.
Southridge found Jackson Logan his first.
Mubarak back in the game for Century. Zach Galvin. Fajardo's coming out.
Mubarak back in the game for Century.
Suko takes his first shot, and that one is good. 7-point lead, dwindled down to 4 now. 3:56 left in the first half, and Suko still has another shot. Second one is up, and that one is also good. 19-16, 3:55 left in the half. Southridge needs to get a basket here. Brock Henry has it on the far side, guarded by Quintero. Looks like that Century's now going to a 1-3-1 defense. Gets down low to Hester, wide open on the block, and he goes up for the way up, and that's good. He's got 4. It's 21-16, Southridge. Ball controlled by Shimeni, guarded by Henry. Gets it back out to Quintero. And passes it around, and stolen by Zach Galvin. He gets it over to Brock Henry, who had to slow down to get that pass as it was tipped by Quintero. Back out to Zach Galvin, shoots a wide open 3 from the wing. Good! He's 2 for 4 from behind the arc. He's got 6 points, and the Southridge now leads again by 8 as Century has to call a 30-second timeout. Here with 3:19 left in the half. Southridge leads at 24-16, and we'll take a break here on Hill Sports 725 on YouTube. Hey everyone, this is David Hill, and I just want to thank you for listening to this live stream play-by-play of the game this evening. If you could be so kind, I'd love it if you'd simply click like and feel free to subscribe to Hill Sports 725 as we try to add more games to the channel. Comment below with what you liked or didn't. Feel free to email me at hillsports725@gmail.com. Thanks again, and play on. And we're back here inside the cage of Southridge High School. Here's Skyhawks by 8 against the Century Jaguars with 3:19 left in the first half. Zach Galvin just hit a big-time 3 to bring his team back up by 8 points. They're up 24-16. Century forced to call a timeout, trying to bring momentum back their way. So Shimini's going to be inbound, assuming Suko is going to be inbound to Mubarak. As Southridge brings the full-court press, and Henry gets the steal. He goes up, and he's not going to get fouled. Misses the shot. The ball's going to be out of bounds on Century, and it's going to be Southridge ball. Looked like he got a piece of his arm on that shot, but no foul was called. But it will be Southridge ball. 3:09 left in the first half. Lambert's going to be inbounding as Southridge sets up in the box. Inbound to Hester, down low. He goes up for layup, no good. Gets his own rebound. This one is no good again. Southridge controls the rebound off of that one. Mubarak has it, far side wing. Shoots the 3. That one is no good. Controlled by Henry. Henry with it. He's now on the far side wing. Inside to Lambert. Oh, he tries to get. He thought that Henry was streaking inside, cutting inside, and the ball stolen by Jackson, but couldn't quite control it. Zach Galvin ends up with it. Hester now with it. Over to Ryan Lambert on the far side. He tries to drive into the paint. Goes up with the hook shot, left hand, no good. Hester with the rebound, and that one is good. 26-16, the Century has it with just under 2.5. Oh, and a travel by Keller. Misses the shot, controlled by Zach Galvin. They're going to move the ball up the court, passes it down low to Ryan Lambert. He's wide open under the basket. And that one's good. He's got 4, another timeout. Called by Scott Keller. 28-16, with 2:14 left to play in the first half. That's going to be a full timeout as Southridge leads it by 12. We're going to take a break here on Hill Sports 725 on YouTube.
Who do I play for? I play high school basketball for every baller who ever played a pickup game on a driveway, playground, or alley. Because we all share the same dream. I play for buzzer beaters, big-time boards, and burying rainmakers. I play high school basketball for the chance to put my hometown in Oregon on the map by playing in a state championship.
Only 0.5% of all high school student athletes play basketball in college. But all 100% of them become adults. That's why playing basketball on their high school team is so important. High school athletes learn life lessons that help them grow up. Lessons that can't be taught in the classroom and often aren't taught at home.
I play high school basketball because I love performing in front of a capacity crowd in my hometown gym.
And we're back here in the cage inside Southridge High School as Century inbounds the ball. It's going to be controlled by Suko. And he comes across the half court, gets over to Jackson and back around. Mubarak has it on the near side of the wing. 1-3-1 defense brought on by Southridge. Goes inside to Keller. Keller makes a move but passes it out. Ball ends up back in Mubarak hand. Takes a 3 from the wing and bounces around, no good. It's tipped around and Lambert ends up with it. Jackson Logan now, near side wing, gets it inside to Fullerton. Guarded by Logan, passes it out, but he was guarded by Suko. Zach Galvin now with it on the far side, and as he passes, the ball's tipped by Jackson, but Logan controls it. Zach Galvin with it, near the half-court line, finally is inside, outside to Jackson Logan. He drives in. To Fullerton, top of the key. They're running around here. Zach Galvin passes it out to Brock Henry. He drives in the middle. Ryan Lambert, top of the key. Jackson Logan now, guarded by Mubarak. He drives down low. Drives to the baseline, picks up his dribble. And tries to get over to Lambert, goes between his legs and out of bounds. 1:12 left in the first half. Southridge leads at 28-16, Century ball. Garton bringing across court as Southridge sets up in their 1-3-1 defense. Back out to Suko. Near side and stolen by Zach Galvin. Zach Galvin goes up. He's got one man to beat. Goes up for the layup and no good. And the ball's controlled by Century. It's a 3-on-3 here as the shot by Jackson, 15-footer. That one's no good. Controlled by controlled by Chimeni. And the ball gets controlled by Southridge. And they're going to call officials timeout as Zach Galvin was slow to get up. And he's going to need to come out here. And Connor Fajardo and Tyler Galvin are going to be coming out. Jackson Logan and Zach Galvin come out. .50 seconds left in the first half. 28-16 Southridge. Fajardo's going to bring it across. Tyler Galvin, ends up with it. Goes to Ryan Lambert, top of the key, inside to Fullerton. Fullerton goes up and lays it in. Over Chimeni. He's got 6. Mbark gets guarded by Henry, has to pass out of it. Ends up back with it, pass from Chimeni. Jackson with it, near side wing. Southridge bringing that defense. Ball's passed over to Suko, takes a 15-footer, and that one's good. 14 seconds, 30-18, Southridge leads it. They're going to try to hold it for the final shot. Fajardo, guarded by Jackson. Driving around, gets over to Ryan Lambert, top of the key. Guarded by Chimeni, picks up his dribble. 1 second left, he finally takes a shot, and then that one's going to be no good. And Ryan Lambert's talking to the official about a possible 3-point shot, but it's going to be no good on that one. As Southridge takes the lead up by 12, it's 30-18. Your Skyhawks have the advantage here at halftime. We're going to take another quick break, and when we come back, we'll talk about the first half here on Hill Sports 725 on YouTube. You're listening to live play-by-play of your Southridge Skyhawk basketball here on YouTube at Hill Sports 725.
Who do I play for? I play high school basketball for every baller who ever played a pickup game on a driveway, playground, or alley. Because we all share the same dream. I play for buzzer beaters, big-time boards, and burying rainmakers. I play high school basketball for the chance to put my hometown in Oregon on the map by playing in a state championship.
Only 0.5% of all high school student athletes play basketball in college. But all 100% of them become adults. That's why playing basketball in their high school team is so important. High school athletes learn life lessons that help them grow up. Lessons that can't be taught in the classroom and often aren't taught at home.
I play high school basketball because I love performing in front of a capacity crowd in my hometown gym.
This message presented by the Oregon School Activities Association and the Oregon Athletic Directors Association.
And we're back here inside the cage at Southridge High School. Your Skyhawks lead at the half, 30-18. They've gotten off to a pretty good start, which is what we needed to have happen. They were up early on, and Century took a quick lead after the first 3 minutes of the first quarter. But since then, it's been really all Southridge, except for a run that Century went on. Southridge in the second quarter was up 19-12 with their biggest lead of the night. Southridge got it to within 3 at 19-16, and then Southridge ends up going on an 11-2 run to end the first half, including a 9-0 run to finish the half up 30-18. So far, here's what it looks like for your Skyhawks. As far as leaders go, Robert Hester has 6 points. Zach Galvin, Philip Fullerton also have 6 as well. Galvin's 2 for 4 on the 3-point. Fullerton is 2 for 2 on the field and 2 for 2 on the free-throw line. Tyler Galvin has 4 points as well. Ryan Lambert also has 4. So very even split here on the scoring here for your Skyhawks, as nobody has more than 6 and they have 30 points here in the half. Not a bad day at the office overall on the Century side. And once again, very much so even out here. Derek Jackson and Riley Suko each have 4. Jackson, however, is 2 for 5 shots. Has taken a 5 from the field right now. So that's going to be something interesting to watch the development on. Joseph Keller has 3 points, but he's 1 for 6 and 0 for 2 from beyond the arc and 1 for 2 from the free throw line. So these guys are the ones that are taking the shots, and they're also missing quite a few of them. So let's see what happens here in the second half. Trey Mubarak also has 2 points, but he's 1 for 5 on shooting, and he's 0 for 4 from behind the arc as well. So Southridge is looking pretty good here at the end of the first half. And thinking about the keys to the game, as we talked about in the pregame show. Once again, Southridge needed to get off to a quick start, get an early lead, try to build on it. They somewhat did that. They were down at one point, 8 to 4, and ended up going on a run there to take the lead. Got up by as many as 7. They've held the lead ever since then. Ever since being down 8 to 4, and they haven't let go of it just yet. Century hasn't really been able to keep it going. They've gotten the shots, but they've missed it. But Southridge has had a pretty good quick start here in the first half. Secondly, they needed to get less than 17 fouls at the end of the first half. They got exactly 7 fouls, so I'm going to call that a win. As much as I hate doing that, they got exactly 7 fouls there. Right now, Bickler's the only one with 2 fouls, and he's a substitute that comes in periodically throughout the game. So everybody else, Henry, Zach Galvin, Fajardo, Hester, and Jackson Logan all have 1 foul apiece, so you're in a good position there. As far as spreading the defense, they've been able to do that somewhat, especially by using their defense to create offense. They've had several opportunities on stolen balls to get some shots up, and really they could have a much bigger lead at this point. We could be talking about an 18 or 20-point lead instead of just a 12-point lead if those shots just drop. So they've done a very good job on that. Century defense has been spread around pretty thin, and they haven't been able to stop what Southridge is trying to do, especially when it comes to the defense and creating turnovers. So Southridge has been doing a really good job. They need to keep this up going. They need to extend this lead, especially if they want to impress the OSA judges to get a little bit of a higher ranking to see if they can move up in those standings and finish with that third seed coming out of the Metro and see if they can get into the top 16 and get that first game home game for the playoffs. We're going to go ahead and take a break at this point here as we're past the midway point of the halftime show here at the Cage. Southridge leads at 30 to 18 as we get ready for the second half here on Hill Sports 725 on YouTube. You're listening to live play-by-play of your Southridge Skyhawks basketball here on YouTube at Hill Sports 725. Hey everyone, this is David Hill, and I just want to thank you for listening to this live stream play-by-play of the game this evening. If you could be so kind, I'd love it if you'd simply click like and feel free to subscribe to Hill Sports 725 as we try to add more games to the channel. Comment below with what you liked or didn't. Feel free to email me at hillsports725@gmail.com. Thanks again, and play on.
Who do I play for? I play high school basketball for every baller who ever played a pickup game on a driveway, playground, or alley. Because we all share the same dream. I play for buzzer beaters, big-time boards, and burying rainmakers. I play high school basketball for the chance to put my hometown in Oregon on the map by playing in a state championship.
Only 0.5% of all high school student athletes play basketball in college. But all 100% of them become adults. That's why playing basketball on their high school team is so important. High school athletes learn life lessons that help them grow up. Lessons that can't be taught in the classroom and often aren't taught at home.
I play high school basketball because I love performing in front of a capacity crowd in my hometown gym.
This message presented by the Oregon School Activities Association and the Oregon Athletic Directors Association.
And we're back here inside the cage at Southridge High School as we come to the conclusion of the halftime show here. So what does Southridge need to do to end up with this win? A lot of it's much of the same here as far as defense goes. They've been playing good defense and forcing bad passes by Century. They haven't come up with all the turnovers yet. They haven't turned all those turnovers into points, but once that starts clicking, they keep doing that, they're going to see themselves extend this lead to 20 and possibly even 30 points if they continue to play this way. They've got to watch out, though, for Century side. They've got to watch out for Mubarak, who is shooting a lot of three-pointers, which means he's confident in those. He's just not hitting them here just yet. So make sure you keep a man on him, keep an eye on him. Keller, another one taking a lot of shots, not making a lot of shots. Jackson, Derek Jackson, again, those are the three that are taking the most shots for Century, so you want to make sure that you've got an eye on them at all times, because they are obviously the ones that are the most confident on that Century team, and if they can control the ball and get the ball out of those guys' hands, out of the playmakers' hands of the Century, then they should be just fine. As far as offensively, in all honesty, they just need to hit their shots when they're down low. They had several shots with Robert Hester and Philip Fullerton that were contested layups, but should have gone in. They got their own rebounds, missed the second chance opportunities. So a little bit of inconsistency here from a young Southridge team. Once again, only 5 seniors, and the rest of them, we got 3 sophomores and a couple of juniors here. So they're going through some growing pains this year. They're a good team, they're a young team, but this is going to be a great learning curve for them as far as this season goes. But if they can play, like I said, if they can play to their potential, expect this Skyhawk team to be able to make some noise in postseason play. We're going to go ahead and take another break at this time, and when we come back, we should be just about time for the second half. Here inside the cage is your Skyhawks. Once again, lead by 12 over the Century Jaguars, 30-18, here on Hill Sports 725 on YouTube.
Who do I play for? I play high school basketball for every baller who ever played a pickup game on a driveway, playground, or alley. Because we all share the same dream. I play for buzzer beaters, big-time boards, and burying rainmakers. I play high school basketball for the chance to put my hometown in Oregon on the map by playing in a state championship.
Only 0.5% of all high school student athletes play basketball in college. But all 100% of them become adults. That's why playing basketball on their high school team is so important. High school athletes learn life lessons that help them grow up. Lessons that can't be taught in the classroom and often aren't taught at home.
I play high school basketball because I love performing in front of a capacity crowd in my hometown gym.
This message presented by the Oregon School Activities Association and the Oregon Athletic Directors Association.
Hey everyone, this is David Hill, and I just want to thank you for listening to this live stream play-by-play of the game this evening. If you could be so kind, I'd love it if you'd simply click like and feel free to subscribe to Hill Sports 725 as we try to add more games to the channel. Comment below with what you liked or didn't. Feel free to email me at hillsport725@gmail.com. Thanks again, and play on. And we're back here inside the cage as the second half is getting ready to get underway. It's going to be Southridge ball, and they're going to be going from my right to left, once again wearing their white and black uniforms with black lettering. Century will be going from my left to right as they switch sides, wearing their black and teal uniforms and white lettering. It looks like it's going to be the same starters for Century, as we've got Jackson, Mubarak, Keller, Shimeni, as well as Suko. On the Southridge side, we're going to have completely different starters. It's going to be Fajardo starting the second half with Henry, Hester, Fullerton, as well as Tyler Galvin. 8 minutes from now on the clock. Excuse me, it's going to be Century ball. Century ball. They switch sides. Century's going from my right to left. Jackson has it, almost loses it on the pass, but gets it back out to Suko, who drives inside on Hester, shoots it over him, and that was going to be good for 15 feet. 15 seconds in, and it's a 10-point lead. Southridge leads it. Fajardo has it, guarded by Jackson. Century, it looks like they're going to a man-to-man defense here. Hester makes a move from the free throw line, and he's going to call for the travel. And it's going to be Century ball. Henry's going to be doing a little bit of a full-court press here as they settle into the 1-3-1 defense. Suko has the ball, gets it back over to Mubarak, calling for him to get across the half-court line, almost got a 10-second. Suko has it, fakes the shot, ends up passing it out, and Mubarak controls it. Goes back over to Suko, shoots a three-pointer over Hester, and that one is good. He's got 5 in the first 50 seconds of the second half, 30-23 Southridge. Howard Galvin makes a move down low, he lays it up, and that one's no good. Hester with the rebound, he goes up for the layup, no good. This is his own rebound, goes up, and no foul is called, but he misses that shot as well. So, ball's controlled by Century at this point, and they try to go inside down to Shimeni, Shimeni, and the ball's tipped. Fullerton ends up throwing it away, so that Century has the ball again. Now, Suko throws it away, 2-on-1, Fajardo, he goes up for the layup, and he's going to get the foul on that one. Missed the shot, but he's going to get the foul. 6:40 left in the third quarter, 30-23. Southridge leads it, and Fajardo is going to be shooting too.
Century foul for 3, Trey Mubarak.
That foul's going to be on Mubarak, his first of the night, and first team foul of the half. As Fajardo hits his first free throw of the game and the second half. It's his first point. Fajardo takes the second shot. That one is good as well. 32-23. Southridge leads it. Suko has the ball for the Jags. He picks it up and gives it over to Mubarak. Mubarak back out to Jackson, goes inside to Keller, and Keller lays it up and in. Henry has it on the near side wing, tries to drive down to the baseline. Has it out to Fajardo, but he's going to say he stepped out of bounds, and Ryan Lambert's going to be coming into the game for Southridge. As Hester sits down. Southridge now bringing the full court pressure. Suko has it. Guarded by Fajardo on the back court. Gets it over to Keller. Keller drives it down in the middle. Passes it out to Shimeni. Down low under the basket. He lays it up, and that one's good. 32-27. Southridge only leads it by 5. They were up by 12 at one point. Fajardo drives down to the lane. Gets it over to Lambert. He misses it, but tips the rebound out. Gets it over to Henry. Henry back over the side to Lambert on the block. Started by Suko, makes a move. He goes for the hook shot with the left hand, and it's good. 34-27, 5:45 left in the third. Southridge needs to stop. Three-pointer by Suko, no good, but a foul's going to be called on Fajardo. That's going to be Fajardo's second. And they're going to give 3 shots to Riley Suko of Century. 34-27, Southridge leads it. Chance to bring it within 4 here, and Suko misses the first one. I'll take it. Suko ready for a second. And that one is good. A couple of the players there were expecting it to go live for the rebound. Nope, they gotta wait one more time. You don't often see a 3-point free throw opportunity in high school. Third shot is up, and that one is good. So it goes 2 for 3, making it a 5-point game, 34-29. And Century's going to be bringing the full court press with Jackson guarding Fajardo. Fajardo goes around to screen himself by Fullerton. Finally gets it across half court and passes over to Fullerton. Wide open for a 3. And around and out, no good. And rebound controlled by Century. Jackson has it now on the far side. Gets it over to Mubarak at the top of the key. 2-3 defense by Southridge this time. Jackson now with it. Gets it over to Suko. Back and forth. Back over to Suko, guarded by Lambert. Tries to go inside a little bit from the near side, but gets it back to Mubarak. Mubarak dribbling around the outside of the three-point line. Finally gets it over to Jackson. Jackson, bad pass, and Mubarak can't control it, but Henry can, and he goes up for the layup, guarded by Jackson. That was good. His first basket of the night, 36-29, Southridge. Zach Galvin's ready to come into the game. Jackson gets it over to Suko, who shoots the three, and that one is in and out, no good. Controlled by Southridge, and Tyler Galvin has it on the far side wing. Gets swung around over to Connor Fajardo, guarded by Jackson. Century goes into 2-3 defense. Fajardo tries to go inside, dribbles it out, passes it out to Henry, shoots the three. No good, and controlled by Century. Ball is then being controlled by Suko as he goes up for a shot, but he's going to be waved off, and the foul is going to be on. Foul's going to be on Lambert there. I didn't see what happened, but that'll be his first foul.
25! Get in front of that, man!
Century sets up in the box on the inbounds. Southridge back in their 2-3 defense. Ball's passed out to Keller. He tries to drive inside over Fullerton. Shoots the hook shot. No good. And ball's controlled by Bickler. He's in for the first time in the half. Zach Galvin gets it over to Ryan Lambert. Top of the key. Henry now has it near side, guarded by Keller. Looking inside. He's into Fullerton. He now gets it inside to Lambert. Lambert with the hook shot. That one's good. 38-29. It's a 9-point lead. Century was down by as little as 5 here to start the second half, and now they find themselves down by almost double digits. Mubarak has it, makes a spin move, and passes it out to Suko, inside to Keller, and back to Mubarak, who takes the layup, and no good, but he's going to get the foul on Zach Galvin. 3:35 left in the third quarter. It's 38-29. Mubarak shooting 2. First shot is up, and that one looks good. It is good. And second shot is up, and that one's good as well. 4 for 5 here in the second half of the free throws, and they're down by 7. 3.5 left in the third. Henry has him on the near side, gets it over to Ryan Lambert, back over to Zach Galvin. Zach Galvin tries to go around, gets it over to Lambert at the high post. Fullerton, and they're going to call it travel. I didn't see where that one was travel. I thought he had dribbled it, but that's what the call is going to be. 3:23 left in the third quarter. Century has the ball, down by 7. Zach Galvin's going to be guarding Mubarak as he comes across the half-court line. Southridge going back into a 1-3-1 defense. Mubarak passes it out to Jackson on the near side, guarded again by Zach Galvin. Passing it around. Jackson with it on the near side wing. And almost throws it away, but Mubarak recovers. Finally double team, gets it back out to Jackson. Jackson looking around to where to go with it. Passes it back and forth, trying to find it up play. He drives inside, blocked by his own teammate. Passes it out, tipped by Zach Galvin. It goes out of bounds. And the Century retaining the ball as number 5, Michael Deming, comes in for the first time of the game. Keller inbounded it, Deming now controls him to the near side. Back and forth, high post now to Shemeni. Back out to Keller, far side wing. Back to Mubarak, it's tipped, poked out by Zach Galvin, but controlled by Mubarak. Back over to Deming. Deming, near side wing, takes a 3-point shot. That one looks good. It is. Shot of the night, makes it 38-34. Closest it's been since the first quarter. Brock Henry has it to Southridge on the near side. Gets inside to Fullerton, but gets it out to Lambert on the near side wing. Lambert drives into the key, but can't get anything. Century wants to travel, but they're not going to get the call. Zach Galvin wants to screen with the ball. He goes inside, drives it in. Fullerton in the paint. Gets it out to Henry, wide open for the 3 from the corner. Good! 41-34. Southridge needed that one, but Deming has a wide open 3 again for the answer, and that one's no good. Controlled by Fullerton, and Zach Galvin's now going to take it across half court. Sends it to Southridge, up by 7. Fullerton, top of the key, looking inside to Lambert. Finally takes the drive on Shemeni. Passes out to Zach Galvin, wide open. Far side 3. Oh, that one's no good. The crowd wanted it, and the foul's going to be called. Looks like it's going to be on Century. Foul's on Joseph Keller, his second team foul. Bickler had gotten the ball, it looks like, and as he was going up, he ends up getting the foul. Chance to put his team up by 9 with 2 shots. First shot is up, looks good, it is good. Century, as well as Jackson Logan for Southridge, making his first appearance of the half. Robert Hester is back in the game as well. Bickler ready for a second shot. Looks good, is good. 43-34, Southridge now leads it by 9. They lead the freshness here. They're up by 12 at the start of the half. Century going back and forth. He would try to get it across half court on this full court press. Finally ends up in Howell's hands. Howell's going to run the point now. Southridge goes back to the 2-3. Almost stolen by Galvin. Mubarak back out to Howell. Thought about the 3, but instead drives inside. Gets it down low to Shimeni, and Shimeni, they want the foul, but it's blocked by Hester. And Southridge controls it. Lambert has it on the front court. Goes under the basket. Jackson Logan now has it on the far side. Passes over to Zach Galvin. Hester, top of the key, over to Bradley Bickler, near side. Bickler drives inside, takes it to 10-footer, and that one is good. Shimeni has a great pass over to Howell, and gets it inside to Shimeni. He makes the move, and it's blocked by Hester. No doubt about that one. Southridge controls it, just under 45 seconds left. Hester has it on the paint. He makes a move on Shimeni. He goes up, and that one's good! 47-34, biggest lead of the night. 13 points with 33 seconds left in the third. Suko has it and makes a move, and they're going to call the foul on. They're going to call a foul on Lambert there. That's going to be his second and fourth team foul of the half. But it was still called. 29.1 seconds left. Kyle Mabray is making his first appearance of the game. Mubarak has it for Century. Over to Howell, drives inside, gets triple team there, and finally passes out to Suko. Howell now has it, passes across court, over to Deming. Deming inside to Shimeni. Shimeni goes up, and that one's good. They're going to call the foul after that time. And with the and one on that attempt, Hester's going to have number 2. All Robert Hester can do is just laugh about that one. I think he knows he got away with the foul earlier, and I think that was kind of a makeup call on that one. The shot is up, and that is good for Shimeni. 12.3 seconds left, 10-point lead Southridge. They got to hold up for the last shot here. Zach Galvin with it, goes around the screen set by Hester. Goes for 3, and it's blocked. And he's going to foul Shimeni, who ends up with the ball. And that's going to be 1-1. I don't know what Coach Keller on the Century side is yelling about here. But Zach Galvin went up for the shot. And Shimeni gets the block. It's number 6 in the team here. And as Shimeni was rallying the ball, Zach Galvin and him kind of switching arms, switching legs, and Shimeni ends up on the ground. I don't know if they wanted it to be a flagrant or what's going on. There's 1.7 seconds left. He might have been yelling about the time as well. I think I heard him say he wanted 3 seconds on the clock, and the rest are talking about it. And the rest are going to change it to 3.2 seconds left in the third quarter. Plenty of time for a shot. On court right now for Southridge, it's Bradley Bickler, Jackson Logan, Zach Galvin, Robert Hester, and Kyle Mabray, and they're going to go man-to-man, it looks like, against the Century offense. And Coach Besson wants an explanation of what's going on here. For Southridge, you've got Suko, Demi, Mubarak, and the pass is inside to Shimeni. Pass out to Demi for 3 at the buzzer. Good. And the third quarter on that 3-pointer. And Southridge is going to be up by 7. They were once up by as many as 13. We're going to take a break here. Going into the fourth quarter, Southridge leads 47-40. We've got a game here, folks, going into the final period here on Hill Sports 725 on YouTube.
Who do I play for? I play high school basketball for every baller who ever played a pickup game on a driveway, playground, or alley. Because we all share the same dream. I play for buzzer beaters, big-time boards, and burying rainmakers. I play high school basketball for the chance to put my hometown in Oregon on the map by playing in a state championship.
Only 0.5% of all high school student athletes play basketball in college. But all 100% of them become adults. That's why playing basketball on their high school team is so important. High school athletes learn life lessons that help them grow up. Lessons that can't be taught in the classroom and often aren't taught at home.
I play high school basketball because I love performing in front of a capacity crowd in my hometown gym.
This message is presented by the Oregon School Activities Association and the Oregon Athletic Directors Association.
And we're back here inside the cage at Southridge High School as Southridge is going to start the fourth quarter with the ball, going from my left to right. Mabry has it, guarded by Howell. Passes it down to high post to Robert Hester. Back over to Fajardo, takes another three, doesn't do it. Drives inside, makes a move, goes up for the layup, and it's no good. Controlled by Bickler. Bickler goes up and is fouled, but he's not going to get the ball on that one. But that shot is good. Century now has the ball. Coming across half court. Suko almost loses it. Finally controls it, double team. Back out to Howell. Pass over to Mubarak. Mubarak down below to Shimeni. Shimeni makes a spin move and picks up his dribble. Mubarak now has a far side, gets it back over to Suko, near side wing, guarded by Mabry. Howell, over by the half-court circle, 2-3 defense by Southridge. Back over to Deming. Deming's been the hot hand here, we go with him. Mubarak for three, that one's no good. Rebound, Deming. Pass out to Shimeni. Shimeni looks around, gets over to Suko. Suko drives inside, goes over Hester, and that one's laid up and no good. Mubarak with the rebound. Third chance, you got a rebound here, guys. Mubarak has the ball. Far side, gets over to Shimeni. Thought about the three, no. Drives into the lane. Over Hester, that one is up and that one is good. Southridge now has the ball, they're up by 7. Mabry, near side, guarded by Mubarak. Century, looks like they're going for a down low to Hester. Makes a move, passes up Jackson Logan wide open for the three from the corner. That's good! Jackson Logan, much needed three-pointer. Century pulls it across half court, and Suko has it, travels with it, but gets away with it. And that shot is up, and it's good. 52-44, 6:10 left in the game. Bickler has the top of the key. Mabry now with it, near side, guarded by Mubarak. Goes around the screen, set by Bickler, nothing there. Finally passes up to Jackson Logan. Logan, guarded by Deming. Gets over to the top of the key, over to Bickler. Swung around to Fajardo. Drives inside the lane, guarded by Howell. Over to Jackson Logan on the far side, nothing there. They go down low to Hester around the block, guarded by Shimeni. Finally dribbles and makes a move, goes up and is blocked. Hester gets blocked by Shimeni. And the ball ends up over in Suko's hands. He goes up for the layup and he's going to get fouled. Shot was no good as he was guarded by two different Southridge players. And the foul's going to go on Jackson Logan, his second. So Lambert, Tyler Galvin, and Philip Fullerton are all going to come into the game after this first free throw. Suko shoots two. And the first one is up, and that one's good. And Hyder is coming back in for Century. 7-point lead for Southridge. He's got to make a move right now. Both teams know that they need this win desperately, and they are playing like it. Second shot is up. That one looks good, and it gets the shooter's box. 52-46, 5.5 left in regulation. Keller's going to be coming back in the game for Century on the next timeout. Mabry has it, near side wing, guarded by Deming. Goes down low to Lambert. The hook shot, left hand, around and out finally. Controlled by Century. They're pushing the ball. How goes over to he goes down low to Hyder, who just couldn't control the pass, and it goes out of bounds. So we've got Lambert, Fajardo, Tyler Galvin, Philip Fullerton, Brock Henry on the court for the Skyhawks. Fajardo, guarded by Mubarak. Century's gone to a man-to-man defense. Now it's Fullerton, guarded by Haidar. He makes a move down low, drives and tight and gets tripped up, and the foul's got to be called. Looks like it's going to be called on Haidar, though, and it is.
Century foul on Haidar.
And gets it over to Tyler Galvin. Down the low block, guarded by Keller. He makes a move, shoots it up, and that one's good. 54-46, 8-point lead here with just under 5 minutes left in regulation. Mubarak has the ball, guarded by Fajardo. Southridge looks like they're going to a man-to-man defense. Nope, back to the 2-3. Keller got away with a double dribble on that one. He has the ball now on the far side wing. Now it's Mubarak, far side. Back over to Keller at the top of the key. Drives inside, tries to shoot it over Fullerton. And that one's no good, and it's rebounded to Lambert. Lambert controls it, gets it out to Fajardo. They're going to try to push it up a little bit. 3 on 2, excuse me. Tyler Galvin thinks about the 3, no good. Drives inside, wide open, and lays it up and in. Ball's controlled by Mubarak on the far side wing, 56-46. Southridge leads it. Ball's controlled by Haidar, and he goes out of bounds, and it's going to be Southridge's ball. He tried to jump up and get the ball off of Fullerton, and ends up stepping out of bounds, and Southridge is going to call the Coach Keller. We're going to take a break here as the Skyhawks lead by 10 with 4:13 left in the regulation here on Hillsport 725 on YouTube. Hey everyone, this is David Hill, and I just want to thank you for listening to this live stream play-by-play of the game this evening. If you could be so kind, I'd love it if you'd simply click like and feel free to subscribe to Hillsport 725 as we try to add more games to the channel. Comment below with what you liked or didn't. Feel free to email me at hillsport725@gmail.com. Thanks again, and play on. And we're back here inside the cage of Southridge High School. Skyhawks will inbound the ball here with 4:13 left in regulation, up by 10 against the Century Jaguars. So it's going to be Mubarak, Haidar, Keller, Deming, as well as Suko on the court for the Jaguars, with a couple of substitutions ready to come in the next time out. Fajardo brings it across half court. Picks up his dribble, looks inside. Tyler Galvin gets over him, guarded by Keller. He's trying to go down low, makes a move, and shoots the rugby to fade away. That's good, and a foul. Foul is going to be on Joseph Keller, his second. 4th team foul. And Galvin has 6 points this quarter, and he's getting the and-one opportunity here with 3:55 left in the regulation. Chance to put his team up by 13 once again. And has a chance to match the biggest lead of the night. Shot is up and that one's good. He's got 7 in the quarter and 9 for the game. 59-46. Southridge leads it. 3:50 left in regulation. Southridge in the 2-3 defense. Mubarak has it on the far side wing. Looking inside where to go. And tries to pass it over to Semeni, but it's stolen by Fajardo. It was a bad pass. Fajardo slowing it down, and it's almost stolen by Suko, but he keeps on to it. Lambert now has it. Top of the key, passes over to wide open Tyler Galvin for 3. Misses that one, and the ball's going to go out of bounds, and it's going to be Century ball. Nobody touched it. 3:30 left in regulation. Skyhawks up by 13. Deming coming back in for the Jaguars.
Michael Deming back into the game.
Jackson comes out. Deming's got the hot hand. You got to ride that hot hand. Hopefully we can cool it down. Mubarak passes over to Deming, near side wing, guarded by Henry. Tries to drive around, gets it over back over to Mubarak, near side corner, guarded by Lambert. Looks inside, finally drives into the lane. Gets it back out to Suko for 3. In the corner. 59-49, just over 3 minutes left in regulation. Tyler Galvin, far side wing, gets it back over to Philip Fullerton, who swings it to Connor Fajardo. Guarded by Mubarak, tries to drive into the lane, has something there, goes under the rim, passes over to wide open Henry for 3. Oh, no good. Rebound goes to Century, controlled by Keller. Mubarak gets it over to Suko. Tries to drive into the lane, goes over Fullerton. That one's going to be no good, controlled by Chimeni. Chimeni gets away with the travel, but gets it out to Deming. Mubarak now has it, back over to Deming, near side. Goes to Chimeni for 15-footer from the free throw line. And that one is good. Tyler Galvin with it. He drives in the lane, passes out to wide open Henry. Henry for 3. No good, but controlled by Lambert. Lambert under the basket. He's going to get fouled as he goes up. Chance to shoot two. But his team's back up by double digits. Foul is on Suko. That's going to be his first and fifth of the half.
Lambert shooting.
Robert Hess is coming back into the game after this first shot. 2:20 left in regulation. Southridge up by 8. Lambert with two very, very key free throws. First one is up and good. Zach Galvin against the Brock Henry. Looks like Hester's going to be coming in for Lambert. 60-51. Southridge leads it. 7 fouls on the Southridge side, 5 on Century's side. Southridge has 4 timeouts, Century has 2. Lambert second shot. Nothing but the bottom of the net. 61-51. Southridge back up by 10. Just under 2.5 left in regulation. Suko inbounds it. He gets stolen by Zach Galvin. Zach Galvin makes a move, and he lays it up under the basket. On the reverse. 12-point lead by Southridge. The ball ends up going out of bounds and tipped by the Southridge player. It's going to be Century ball. 2:01 left in regulation, 63-51. And Mubarak gets away with a charge there. Picks up his dribble and it's tipped and poked away. And Fullerton has it. He gets out to Fajardo. It's a 3-on-2. Fajardo, he makes the move. He goes up and it's blocked by Finetti on the outside, going out of bounds. That was one of those moments where you just got to pass out of it because you had it in the air. Jackson's coming back in for Deming for Century. 63-51, 1:57 left in regulation. Southridge ball with Tyler Galvin inbounding it. Brother Zach on the court as well. Connor Fajardo, Philip Fullerton, and Robert Hester all on the court for the Skyhawks. They've gone big here. Fullerton with it on the outside. Guarded by Finetti. And looking inside, finally goes around to Fajardo. Fajardo near the half-court circle. Back over to Fullerton. Over to Galvin. Far side. Getting double teamed. Picks up his dribble. Throws it inside and it's stolen. Stolen by Suko. Suko passes over to Mubarak for 3 and that was good. 1:34 left. Century's going to be calling a timeout. 63-54. And it's going to be a full timeout here by Century. We'll be right back here on Hill Sports 725 on YouTube.
Who do I play for? I play high school basketball for every baller who ever played a pickup game on the driveway, playground, or alley. Because we all share the same dream. I play for buzzer beaters, big-time boards, and burying rainmakers. I play high school basketball for the chance to put my hometown in Oregon on the map by playing in a state championship.
Only 0.5% of all high school student athletes play basketball in college. But all 100% of them become adults. That's why playing basketball on their high school team is so important. High school athletes learn life lessons that help them grow up. Lessons that can't be taught in the classroom and often aren't taught at home.
I play high school basketball because I love performing in front of a capacity crowd in my hometown gym.
This message presented by the Oregon School Activities Association and the Oregon Athletic Directors Association.
And we're back here inside the cage of Southridge High School. Southridge will be inbounding it with 94 seconds left in regulation, up by 9 at this point. Fajardo guarded by Jackson in the backcourt. They're going to bring a little bit of a full-court press, and they finally get it across. Zach Galvin tries to pass it over to Brock Henry, and it's tipped, and Henry controls it, and foul's going to be called on Powell. As he was guarding Henry, that's going to be his first and 16th foul of the half. Next foul is 1-1 for Southridge. Now Zach Galvin's going to be inbounding it from the sideline. Fajardo's going to be double teamed in the backcourt though. Pass over to Henry. Henry, guarded by Shimeni. Finally passes across court to Zach Galvin. Zach Galvin drives in the lane and loses it. And he was looking around like it got tipped or something. But it's going to be out of bounds Century ball. 1:11 left in regulation. Southridge up by 9. So it's going to be Keller's back in the game. Deming is. He's coming in for the offensive sets. And Cole's going to control it on the inbound. Give it back over to Suko, bringing it across the half court. 1-3-1 defense, but it's going to be in the backcourt, and Zach Galvin almost got the steal, but he's going to get called for the foul instead in the backcourt. That's going to be his third, 8th team foul. That's going to be 1-1. Tyler Galvin's going to be coming in the game. So we got Tyler Galvin, Connor Fajardo, Philip Fullerton, Brock Henry, and Robert Hester all on the court for Southridge. We've got Shemeni, Jackson, Suko, Howell, and Mubarak all on the court for Century with 1:03 left in regulation. First shot is up, and that one is good by Suko. Chance to bring it to within 7 here if he makes this next free throw. Haidar getting ready to come into the game. Shots made, and it is. It's 53-55, 63 seconds left in the game. So now Haidar is in for Shemeni. Century's bringing in the full court press. Fullerton inbounds it to Henry. Henry back over to Hester, but it's stolen by Howell. Howell trying to get over to Haidar, and he wasn't ready for it. Fullerton ends up with it. Gets to Fajardo, who gets it stolen by Howell. Howell for a 3 from the far side. Short. Controlled by Tyler Galvin. Galvin out over to Fajardo. Century's looking to foul now. Fajardo has the ball, and they finally foul him. Foul's going to be on Suko. His second. It's going to be 1-1. That's going to be number 7 with 45.2 seconds left. So that almost went very, very badly for the Skyhawks there. Howell ends up missing the 3-point shot, ends up in Tyler Galvin's hands. Fajardo gets the pass from him and gets fouled eventually after wasting a few seconds. And now has a 1-on-1 opportunity to bring his team up back in by 9. First shot is up, and that one's good. So Deming's back in the game, as well as Keller. They're bringing their offensive set out here. Shemeni, Suko, and Mubarak. Second shot is up, and that one's good. And Ryan Lambert's back in, coming in for Hester. 45.2 seconds left in the game. Southridge up by 9. Suko has it on the near side. Drives around Galvin, and goes up, and is blocked by Fullerton. Fullerton controls it, gets out to Fajardo. He's going to hang on to it until they foul him. No, he passes it out to Tyler Galvin. Galvin passes it over to Brock Henry. It's a 3-on-1. And Henry's going to end up getting fouled here on the near side. 25.8 seconds left. It's going to be another 1-on-1 situation. Looks like that Mubarak's going to get the foul. That's going to be his second. 8th team foul of the half. Brock Henry is going to be shooting 1-on-1 here with a chance to really put this game away with 25.8 left in the regulation. First shot is up and around and out and back in. Got the shooter's bounce. 10-point lead for Southridge. That should be insurmountable. And Luke Hustler's getting ready to come back in if this shot's made. Shot is up, that one is good. And Luke Hustler's back in as well as Jackson Logan. Taking their final bows. As Robert Hester's coming back in. So it's all the seniors back on the court for the last 25 seconds. Logan, Hester, Lambert, Hustler, and Galvin. All of their final goodbyes, up by 11. Mubarak passes over to Keller, tries to drive inside, tries to go up and over, and no good. Rebound, Hester, and they're going to pull back now. They're not going to foul. Hustler has it, gets it over to Jackson Logan. Logan's going to bring it across the half court. Just need to hold it here. Lambert's got it. And, Deming tries to poke the ball away, and he does, and Lambert gets the foul. I think he was surprised. He was surprised by that one and ends up fouling. So the foul is going to be on Ryan Lambert, his 3rd and 8th team foul of the half. As Deming made a great heads-up play here at the final few seconds. Nobody expected it, but he ends up getting the foul, and he's going to get 1-on-1. He had 2 for 3 on the three-pointers in the 3rd quarter. That's his first point of the 4th. 67-58. Excuse me, 67-57. 10-point lead here for Southridge. And second ball is up and good. It's going to be a 9-point lead. 3.8 seconds left. Hustler has it in the inbounds, and that's going to be the final. Your Skyhawks are going to end the season with a W. 67-58 over the Southridge Jaguars. And they've done what they needed to do to assure themselves the number 3 spot in the Metro League and a chance to move up in the rankings and hopefully get a home game next week when it comes to playoff time. It's a great day to be a Skyhawk, and we're going to be right back after this break as we'll talk about the rest of the game here on Hill Sports 725 on YouTube. You're listening to live play-by-play of your Southridge Skyhawk basketball here on YouTube at Hill Sports 725.
Who do I play for? I play high school basketball for every baller who ever played a pickup game on a driveway, playground, or alley. Because we all share the same dream. I play for buzzer beaters, big-time boards, and burying rainmakers. I play high school basketball for the chance to put my hometown in Oregon on the map by playing in a state championship.
Only 0.5% of all high school student athletes play basketball in college, but all 100% of them become adults. That's why playing basketball on their high school team is so important. High school athletes learn life lessons that help them grow up, lessons that can't be taught in the classroom and often aren't taught at home.
I play high school basketball because I love performing in front of a capacity crowd in my hometown gym.
This message presented by the Oregon School Activities Association and the Oregon Athletic Directors Association.
And we're back here inside the cage of Southridge High School where your Skyhawks defeat the Century Jaguars 67-58 in a highly contested matchup. Both teams absolutely needing to win to secure themselves some playoff positioning, and the Skyhawks come out on top on this one and helping themselves out with the W in the final regular season game of the season. So here's how it looks like as far as stat-wise. When it comes to the Skyhawks here, Tyler Galvin ends up with 10 points. Hester ends up with 8. Looks like that Lambert ends up with 10 points as well. And Jackson Logan rounds out the starters with 3 points. Luke Hustler didn't score in the game. Brock Henry didn't get any points till the second half. He finishes with 7. Zach Galvin finishes with 8 himself. Philip Fullerton only scored in the first half. He ends up with 6 points. Bradley Bickler, he ends up with 10 points. And Connor Fajardo ends up with 4. So 3 players reached double digits for your Skyhawks. Everybody else within just a few points of that. So very team-oriented scoring here. They did a very good job as far as getting the ball around and getting everybody involved. Over on the Century side, it was pretty much dominated by Kyle Shimeni there, especially towards the end. He's going to end up with 11 points. Mubarak had 2 at the half, and he's going to end up with 9. Keller finishes with 3. He couldn't score in the second half at all. Jackson ends up with 6. Suko ends up with, he's going to end up in double digits here. He ends up with 19, with 15 of those points being in the second half. So he had a great second half there and kept the Jaguars in it. Haidar ends up with 3 all in the first half. And Deming shoots 2 for 3 from behind the arc and 2 for 2 from the free throw line. He ends up with 8 points in spotty minutes there in the second half. So what does that mean playoff-wise? Southridge gets the win. They're going to clinch the number 3 seed in the Metro League. No matter what Jesuit does at Glencoe here tonight, Southridge has a half-game lead. They control it. So they've got that third one. That works out well for them. Century, with the loss, and currently ranked number 29 by the USAA, could possibly drop. So what they need to have happen is they need to get some help now from some other teams that are ahead of them. They already had 4 teams ahead of them to begin with. If they drop more than 3 or 4 spots, they could be out of the playoffs entirely. So they're really hoping for some help here tonight as the rankings will go final tomorrow at 10 o'clock in the evening. So we wait to see what happens. Currently, it does look like that Southridge is ranked 16th, but Jesuits ranked 17th as well. So I'm really hoping for us to move up a little bit so that we don't have to worry about Jesuit in the first round. Even though we played them tight the first game here at Southridge, I ended up losing by a little bit more against them at their place. So it'll be interesting to see what happens here tonight and as we get the rankings all ready to go here over the next 24 hours. So your Skyhawks end up being the victors here. We'll go ahead and check the scores for the girls, who they're playing at Century right now. And that game has gone final. Southridge Ladies Hawks soundly defeat the Jaguars, 73-44, a 29-point win over the Jaguars there at Century High School. So great win, good job, ladies, on finishing a undefeated Metro season. They're going to finish with the #1 ranking in the OSAA, and the road to the state championship goes through these Lady Skyhawks. So this is a team that is poised to make a run and is a contender and has a chance to bring home their first championship since 2010. 14-0 Metro League season and only 2 losses on the year, so they've had a great year themselves. So good job to the Lady Hawks. So both Skyhawk teams win tonight against the Century Jaguars. The men played a little bit closer with a 9-point win there, but a win's a win, and you will take it any chance that you get. And hopefully that helps us out in the standings, helps us out in the rankings, and gives us an opportunity to clinch a home game here next week. So as far as schedule goes, next Tuesday the 28th, the Skyhawks will have a playoff game. Against who, we don't know yet. And whether it's at Southridge inside the cage or if it's away, we don't know yet. But as of right now, with the way things are going, they should have just clinched a home playoff game next Tuesday night. It'll probably be about 7 o'clock tip-off time at that. Next Wednesday, the Southridge girls will have their first playoff game as well, and that will be at home. We don't know who it's going to be against yet, because what they have to wait for is those play-in games once the rankings go through. But on March 1st, they will have a game here at the cage, and if they win, they will have another home game on March 4th to play for an opportunity to be in the Final 8 going into the Child Center at the University of Portland. So a lot of excitement, a lot of things to think about here over the next few days. We'll see what happens. Stay tuned to Hillsport 725 as we call the games. We will be here for the playoffs. I don't know if we're going to be able to be here for the men's game next Tuesday night. It's going to depend on what happens. One with scheduling as well as home game versus away game. We will be here, though, at the very least next Wednesday for the first playoff game for the ladies here inside the cage. Tip-off time to be announced, opponent to be announced. Follow us also on Twitter at Hillsport725. Like and comment on this page. Feel free to. We've also got a Facebook page up. When you go to Facebook, look up Hillsport725, and we're there finally. And then we've also got a blog that's getting ready to get started as well, and that's hillsport725.wordpress.com. So a lot of excitement here for us, a lot of excitement for your Skyhawks. It's a great day to be a Skyhawk, as both the lady and the men end up with a win, and they start heading towards the playoffs and start thinking about the playoffs as of right now. So this is David Hill. Thank you for listening on Hillsport 725 on YouTube, signing off.